disappointed by my appearance too. It's not a skill. You can feel that somebody's looking at me like, man, did that lesbian come straight from rehab? What's going on? A little about myself. I just found out that I'm very much into financial domination porn. I wasn't expecting a lot of relatability on that, probably. It would have been awesome if one person was like, woo! You know, but I don't know. If you guys don't know what financial domination is, congratulations, you're a better person than me, so... But let me explain it to you. It's pretty much the same as every other porn scene. It's a guy and a girl, you know, making love, they're doing it. But the thing that the girl is getting turned on by is that the guy is way more poor than she is, you know? And she's like really into it. She's like, ah, you're fucking poor, loser, you know? And like, I know that sounds insulting, like I know a lot of guys wouldn't be into that. But for me, it's like really hot to think that there's a fetish that would potentially make me attractive to some women, you know? Because being poor, that's a fantasy I know I can fulfill. I got that shit in the bag, you know? Like, I'm never gonna be able to lift a woman up and like fuck her against the wall. It's gonna hurt my back, I'm not that strong, you know? I can't rhyme, so I'm never gonna write like a love sonnet or some shit, but I can talk, like I'm already being poor. I'm like way ahead of the curve on that one, you know? Like, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but to me it's super hot to think about. Like, just like she would be on top of me like, oh, you're so fucking poor, you can't even buy me dinner. And I'd be like, no, I can't. You're gonna have to pay for my Uber ride home, even, because obviously I don't have a place, you know, like, where it hurts, so, I don't know. I got too honest at the end there. I don't know. Speaking of porn, I was watching Scooby-Doo the other day. I realize that's not porn, but it does make me horny, you know? Who doesn't love a good mystery in that Velma, you know? I don't know if that's applause-worthy. Cartoon porn now, yeah! Found the other guy, yes! I don't know, alright, I will say this, I used to watch Scooby-Doo a lot as a kid. And I gotta say, that's the first time that I realized sexism is a real thing, is watching Scooby-Doo as a child. Because, like, you know, they're a team that solves mystery groups, but, like, only Fred and Scooby get the credit, but Velma does all the fucking work, you know? Like every episode, fucking Fred, Daphne, they go fuck somewhere, and then, like, Scooby, Shaggy, they get high on edibles and believe in ghosts for the 1000th time, even though they've never seen a fucking ghost, right? And then Velma's like, no, dude, it's Old Man Jenkins, like it is every other episode. It was either him or Old Man McGillicuddy, but we got him last week, so fucking... Come on, use your head. And even the fucking guy who gets hot, he never gives her the credit. He's always like, oh, if it wasn't for this fucking dog. Like he thinks it's like it's gonna be more street cred for him if he gets caught by a male dog rather than a female human, you know? Like in prison, they're gonna be like, hey man, how'd you get caught? And he's gonna be like, well, there's this really well-educated young woman who goes around the country solving paranormal crimes, which I thought was the best way to rob a place for some reason. And anyways, her dog caught me, and he thinks the person's first question is gonna be like, oh, well, is the dog a guy or a girl? And he's gonna be like, guy, and he's gonna be like, oh, good, man, because if it would have been a girl, he would have been a little fucking bitch, you know? It's fucking crazy. And I know what you're thinking. Ah, Jeff, it's 2017 and you're talking about a 1970s cartoon being sexist. Let's fucking calm down on the current events, alright? To which I say, you're right, I should write more, but whatever, you know? I wasn't a comedian when I was a child, so this is what we're doing. I don't know. Here's something, man. I saw the weirdest dildo the other day. I mean, I wasn't like, ooh, I got it, let's go home, like dildo shopping or something like that. I was just trying to buy a leash for my dog, you know? It's just that the sex shop is way closer to my house than Petco, so... You were looking at me like you were so not happy with the content of what's... Sorry, I'm not happy about it either, but it's my life, you know? Anyways, though, like, I saw this dildo, and, like, I know this is gonna sound like a little homoerotic, but it was so fascinating, like, I was a little curious by it. Not like I wanted to use it, but it was so, like, just this big fucking... Like, this massive black dildo, you know? And... Probably didn't need to say it was black. I don't think that... I mean, it wasn't like acting black. It wasn't getting mistreated by the police or something like that, you know? It was just painted black, you know? But anyways, I picked it up off the shelf because I'm like super curious. And, like, I wanted to know its weight. Like, I could have fucking bench pressed it and shit, you know? I'm holding it like a rifle, looking down the scope of it, like. And as I'm sitting there holding it like that, I see on the back it says "Made in Taiwan," which gets me thinking, like, oh fuck, child labor happens in Taiwan, you know? So that means there's probably like a, you know, like Willie Wiener's chocolate factory over there where little Shui Lung Young has to walk into the dick factory and like stare at this conveyor belt to these fucking things and like pick them up, check them for imperfections. If they got like a fucking, you know, air on it, they gotta throw it down a chute where it gets melted back down and back into the dick crate, you know, and then the other ones fill up like a box. He probably has to fill up like 1,000 dick boxes a day, you know? And as I'm sitting there thinking about this fucked up child labor happening across the world, I realized, oh shit, I'm still in the store just holding this dildo like a gun. So I didn't know what to do. I couldn't just like point it to that SE like boom, boom, and run away. So I just bought the dildo, you know? Alright, that's my time, guys. Thank you. Goodbye.